Today I'm going to show you how to make A+ content. It's basically just a way of adding a little bit more information about your book. So when they go to your Amazon listing, they can get a little bit more of a sneak peek. When you get to your dashboard of your KDP account, I want you to go to Marketing. From here, you're going to scroll down and you're going to see A+ content. You need to choose the marketplace that you're going to list that A+ content. We are going to do Amazon.com. All right, when you get in there, these are all of the books that I've already done and already put A+ content to. But what we're going to do today is use my one daughter's. She's only 10 and she made a really silly book about an older gentleman at our church. And I thought it would be fun to add some A+ content to that. So what we need to do is start creating A+ content. Click that. Then you need to name your content. I'm going to call this Jerry book because that's the name of the gentleman. Now you need to add a module. Okay, these are all the different setups that you can use to make A+ content. Now, let me give you an idea of what this will look like. So I'm going to go to Amazon right now and just show you Sophie's Cozy Christmas. That's the book that my daughter just put out. All right, if we scroll down here, what we're going to see, move my screen, right underneath all of this right here from the publisher is A+ content. It's a little bit extra, as you can see, a little bit more information about the book. You might want to put pages of the book here so you can see what they look like. You might want to just talk a little bit about the book, maybe just give a little bit more of a description. Whatever you like, that's what A+ content is. And it just makes your listing look really professional and it stands out a little bit more. So that's what we're doing. Now, we need to pick what we're going to use. So I'm going to pick, and I always usually pick this one, this standard image header with text. Now you don't have to use the text, and I'm going to show you that. All right, it's 970 by 600. That's the size of the image that we need to put here. So let's go over into Canva. We need to make an image that's 970 by 600. So to do that, you go over here to the custom size. This is in pixels. The width was 970 by 600. Yes, sorry. 970 by 600. Height, 600. Look what pops up. This is suggested. Amazon product description. Yes, that's exactly what it is. And you click that. Or you could have just clicked create new project right there, but that's fine. Let's look at some of the templates that it already has here in Canva, which is kind of neat. For example, let's click this one. This comes up. So they've already put some text and some color and some different things. So you could use this if you'd like to. I'm going to add a page right now though, and I'm going to make something from scratch on my own. I'm also going to be aware of, I don't have to make this all one big picture. I can split it up and make it a couple pictures. For example, let me show you. Let's bring out some designs. Let's use squares. Type in square. Here's a shape. I'm going to make this about this size. And I'm going to click it again. This little duplicate button. We're going to click that. It's going to make another one just the same exact size. And then I'm going to do it again, just because. Well, I'm going to align them just by moving this like this, and you can see the purple line pops up. So I'm going to move this over a little bit more, move this over just a little bit more, select them all. There we go, space evenly. So this is where you can tidy them up horizontally or vertically if there was a need. So I would click horizontally, and it just moved it over just a little bit so it's all evenly spaced there. Now from here, I'm going to go in and get some of my pictures from my book. So I have to go down to projects. This was her project. This was her Jerry book. So I'm going to click that. And let's see, I will take, this is such a silly book. I'm going to add another page so I can just put it on this page and drag it over. So I'll use this. And as you can see, she made this chicken and everything. I'm going to get rid of the background because I don't need the background. I really just want the picture. So I'm going to get rid of that. This will not affect your project that's already in here. So I'm going to highlight all of this. Now, if I want to make sure that none of these pieces move, I want to group them together so they don't move independently. Because if I didn't do that and I tried to move the chicken, the man and all of his belongings wouldn't move with it. Now we can move it all around. It all moves together. Let's go up, pull it to the next page up. And let's just stick him. Let's just stick him like that around this square. Looks kind of silly. Or it can make it even smaller and put it directly in the square, which would be funny like that. And then maybe I don't want this purple to be so bright. Maybe I want to just make it, here's your transparency button up here, these little checkers. Maybe I just want it to be a little bit transparent. Oops, I got to click on the actual square. So to click on the actual square when this is here, push Control on your keyboard and then click until you can get on that square. Then you can do the transparency. Bring it down a little bit. That looks good. I like that. Maybe I'll make these transparent too, but change their color. I think I'm going to pick this blue over here on my colors. I chose that from up top here. And make it just a little bit less bright. And then this one, I think I'm going to use green. Go back up here and pull out this green. Maybe I'll do a little darker. There we go. Now I want to go back to my transparency. Let's make that not so transparent. There we go. Again, let's go back down here. Go back to our projects over here that we had done before. Pull up Jerry's. And now maybe I want him surfing. So I'll put that picture in here. She's so silly at what she does. It's really fun for your kids. It just lets them run with their imagination, make all these funny, silly things, and not feel like they have to be perfect. It's just a way to get that, creative outlet for them. It's great. Now, and this will be a really great gift for him this Christmas. There it is. Okay, I just want to move him. So let me detach. See how it says ungroup? These words are attached to this picture, and I don't want that. So I want to ungroup that so I don't pull the whole thing. Now I can highlight just him and the surfboard and group those objects together to move. Once you get the hang of it, it is a lot easier. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed when you're doing this. I promise it gets a lot easier. So we're going to do like that. I kind of like how the board comes off of the square there. And then we'll do one more picture of him. He went traveling, if you can't tell, all over the place. Turtle thingy. Oops, I put it on the same page. Got to go back. Go back. There we go. Come back down here. Get rid of that. And now I can put that turtle thingy. There we go. I want to get rid of the background because I don't need to include that. But now I need to also make sure all of these are highlighted and group them together. Now I'm going to move them up to the next page. There we go. Let's make them a little smaller. Oh, he's so small in that picture. Whoops. But that's okay. I don't think she'll mind. If I really wanted to, I could just, oops. If I really wanted to, I could ungroup these and then just cut this off kind of halfway like this, which maybe that might be a better idea. And now I can regroup all of these by selecting them all. But look, in the background here, I do have this green selected. So I want to push Shift and click it. And it shouldn't be selected anymore. There we go. It's not selected. Now I can group just those pictures together. There we go. So I can line it up like that. Now let's see. I think I'll add some words. So I want to click T for text on my keyboard, or you can come over here just to the text box, click that, and add a text box. That's fine. I'm going to put it right in the center here and type where, oops, sorry, delete. Where will Jerry go today? Let's make it bigger. Oops, oops, oops. Got to be careful when you're selecting. It's so easy to select so many things. Where will Jerry go today? I think I'll use a different font. So I come up here to the fonts and I'll use I want to use something fun. So as you scroll through here, just find something that kind of resonates with you that you really like. Well, where will Jerry go today? I like that. That looks fun. I'm going to also add some effects. So let's click that effects. I can make it a shadow. So let's see here. Can make my shadow green behind it, blue behind it. I am going to probably use gray and then change the color of the text right here, up here with this button, and make it, I don't know, blue, brown. Yeah, brown looks good. Where will Jerry go today? So that's one effect you could do. Let's try out another one just real quick. I also like the outline. Outline is always fun. I like that. Oops. And see how my purple lines in the center show me, oh, now it's lined up perfectly in the middle. You want that. Okay, I like that. I like how that looks. Now what I'll do is I want to make another square, actually a rectangle down here on the bottom. So let's do that. To do that, I just hit R, which also, it's basically a square, but you just stretch it to make it a rectangle. And I'm going to go all the way across so it fills the entire thing. Pull this up here. Okay, make sure it goes all the way across. I want this to be a different color, so I'm going to select this yellowish right here. Let's go back to my book over in projects. And as you're scrolling through your book and getting ideas of what could possibly go here, I'm going to click this one. And when I click it, it says replace the current page or add as a new page. Yes, add as a new page. So if you come down here, there it is. Let's select just this in here, plus his face because it's silly. And I click that and Shift. That'll select it. I want to group them together so they don't move independently of one another when I drag it up here. And I like this, how it puts him right there on the map. I'm going to make it just a tiny bit smaller. There we go. Where will Jerry go today? Let's make this yellow back here a little less dark, so I'll make it transparent. Maybe put it like that. Now this, I'm going to pull up as well because I kind of like this. I'm going to, oh yeah, that'll look good all the way across. Whoop. Now let's see if that's transparent. It is, as you can see, and you can change these colors. So I think I will because I want it to stand out a little bit better. And then make this bright green like that. Okay, now that I have that, let's duplicate it. Let's make that duplicated. There we go. And maybe I will need to transparency a little bit. Make that a little bit transparent. If I don't remember and don't want to look and see, oh, what was this transparency? Oh, it was 30. You could just actually select this and duplicate it again and then delete the one that you had over there. Sometimes I find that that's just a little bit easier and quicker. There we go. I'll add this again right here. Now it's in front of him. I don't want that. Let's go to position. You can use one of two things. You can just arrange it and then say go backward, which puts it back one layer, or you can go to your layers and see all the different layers on here and where you need that to be. I needed it to be behind him. So that's why it's down one, as you can see. Now, if I pull it up, see what happens over here? It's now on top of him again. So let's pull that back down. There we go. And let's also duplicate that. So I'm going to click this button again that has the plus. Okay, as you can see, now this one also, oops, it's highlighted, is over him. So I want to pull that down till it's underneath. And then let's click it again just so I can get the last one on there. And yes, it needs to also be pulled back underneath him. There we go. Where will Jerry go today? I love it. You could put something else over here. And I think what I'll do is come down to this page, click this, and I like my little compass. So I'm going to pull that up here and stick it right there, maybe turn it a little bit, pull it down so it fits right in there. All right. When you think you've gotten it done enough to your liking, then we're going to export it. So let me show you what that looks like. You click share, download, JPEG. I actually up this a little bit, the size, just so the quality is better. You don't have to, but that way if somebody's viewing it on a computer screen, it does look a lot better. And then I always up the quality to 1,000. Now I don't want all of these pages printed, or saved, I should say. I don't want all of these pages saved. So I click this, and I'm working on the current page, which is page 2. And that's this right here. So that's all I want. Page 2, current page, done. And download. That's downloading. Let's go back over here to our Amazon. Here's our 900 by 600. We're going to click that. We need to drag or select. So let's click it again. We don't have the picture in here. We need to upload it. So click upload image. It'll automatically take you to your downloads usually. And there's my image. You can rename it if you want to here. Just for time's sake, I'm not going to. All right, alternative text is if somebody is having this read to them and described what's on the page. This is where you'd want to write the alternative text. So we'll say, old man traveling on animals around the world. Tags. I always tag it with the book that it is. This is called Lord Gerald's, oh, what did she call? Week, something like that. Amazing Week or Amazing Adventure. I'll just say Amazing Week. And then the author, Miss Natalie. Now with your kids, if you don't want to use their full name, you don't have to, which is why we just did Miss Natalie for her. Or you can use a pen name if you'd like. Okay, now that we have this, I'm going to click Add. Yes, Add. Okay, there it is. There it pops up. So I do not fill in these headlines because if you do, it'll actually show up on your listing. So I'm just going to say that's good enough for now. So you can add other ones if you'd like to. So you can add another module. I think you can add up to 5 different ones. But for now, let's just call that good. We'll go up here and next apply ASINs, ASINs. So you will need to know what the ASIN is. To do that, go into your KDP account again. I'll have to open up a new window here. Find that book by scrolling. Here it is. And right here, it says, oops, go away. It says ASIN. It's like BOF, whatever that is. You want to highlight it and copy that. Come back over. Okay. Put it right here. Paste it right there. Oh, and there it is. It pops up. Okay, now I want to go back over. That was the one for the paperback. If you have another format, you could use, you can put those in as well. I do have an ebook for this, so I will use that one as well. And come back, click that, Control V, that one. Oh, it only does one at a time, I'm sorry. So yeah, apply the content to that one. Now I have to go back and get this one again. Control C, put it there again. Okay, and apply content. Okay, so all right, so now come down here where it says ASINs. If you click this, it clicks all of them. And next. Okay, this is what it's going to look like when it shows up on her listing. If it's on mobile and if it's on desktop. Okay, again, you can add more modules on there. This was just really quick to show you. And then you click submit for approval. So it has two ASINs applied. It's the paperback and the Kindle. Submit for approval. You're submitting, it can take up to 7 business days. And if approved, up to 24 hours for it to appear on the detail page after it's published. Submit for approval. Okay, and that's it. That is how you create A+ content. Okay, let's take a look at what this book looks like when you have the A+ content in it. So I added a few other things just to show you. So this is the one that we worked on together. And then if you scroll down, I added a couple more here. Her book is so silly. There we go. But let me just show you some others that will be a little bit more helpful, possibly. Okay, this is our other book my husband wrote, Daddy Overdid It. This was one of the 970 by 600 boxes that we could use to make the A+ content in. So I chose to take a picture actually of the book and put it in here. You can also use book mock-ups that they have on Canva. I just preferred this. Add some text, a little bit about who we are and why we do this, and then a little bit more about the book just to give them a little bit more of an idea of what they'd be getting if they decided to purchase that book. A little bit more of the illustrations because they're really fun. And there you go. Let me show you another example. So this also had an activity book that we made with it. Let me scroll down. Okay. This shows you the inside. So I used a book mock-up for this in Canva. If you search book mock-up, you can then just take the pages from your book or pictures that you'd like and put them in that book mock-up. And it makes it look like the book is open on a page for you. So you don't have to actually take a picture of every single book page that you would like. And then using AI, just ask this to please show a picture of a dad and a son reading this book together. And that's what it came up with. Okay. Here's another idea. The Christmas Book Flood. This is a great book. We love this. Again, they're using the 970 by 600, I believe, for this. And I think this one right here is a separate size. So you can search through all their options and just get a separate size, smaller one for that. And it just kind of breaks it up a little bit better. You don't need a whole lot of A+ content to make it look like it really stands out and gives everybody a little bit more information about it. Since it's Christmas, I keep choosing these Christmas ones. Now this is nice. They actually, if you use that long strip, I think it might be like a a 200 height and maybe 970 long, somewhere in there. You can just make boxes within it like this, and it'll show up on the page looking like it's 3 separate boxes because there is a white background when really it's not. Lots of different things you can do. This book here, this is the Wing Feather Saga, and you can see what they did. So if you have a chapter book, you can show a picture of the inside of the book. Give a little bit more information if you want to about that. You might need to do that with a chapter book. But definitely if you have any illustrations in it, that would be a good spot to put those. And then if you have a series, maybe down the line, or maybe books that just your family have published together, you could put them in here like this, and it tells a little bit about each book, the price, the reviews on that, just to show you. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions. If you need me to be a little bit more detailed, let me know. I can go through that. You can create your own text, as you could see. You can create your own pictures using Canva, or maybe you draw your pictures. You would just upload those into Canva to use for your A+ content. However it works best for you. You can get really creative with this. So until next time, thank you for watching. I hope it helped, and we'll see you soon.